We now talk to Metro Manila Development Authority Chairman Benhur Abalos. Good morning, sir. Thanks for taking our call.
Yes, Ria, good morning. And to the viewers, good morning.
Okay, sir, could you tell us, as of now, what exactly are the guidelines for kids 5 and up who are now allowed out?
Well, we're still collating data from the mayors, probably about 2 more days. No, number one, we're for the guidance of everyone. Each mayors or each LGU is going to provide us a list of open parks that people can go in. Number two, guidelines such as probably this minor should be accompanied by adults, etc. As we very well know, especially in areas that have in informal settlers areas, sometimes kids do go out just on the streets alone, or they go out by themselves. Probably what is important here is to have a guideline that children should be accompanied by adults. No, so and number two, what is more important is overcrowding of certain open areas. So probably there will be guidelines about this, about capacities of each open area. Uh, just give us 2 or 3 days here. We're just collating data. No, yesterday we've had a meeting, and these are the things that we have discussed.
All right, so will kids be allowed in malls? Because I believe right now they're allowed in alfresco dining areas, but not in malls, even if the malls have alfresco dining. But I'll tell you, sir, I was in the mall over the weekend, and there were kids in the alfresco dining areas.
Well, I would really have to clarify that issue myself, because when I was at the meeting, I was made to believe that certain open areas kids are allowed. No, like in certain malls, if there are, like in BGC, for example, you've got open areas there at the middle of the malls. No, that's what I just have to clarify this myself. Yeah.
All right, we will wait for that. Of course, we need to balance the kids' mental health. They've been locked up at home for 16 months. And I know for sure, having kids of my own, that they are happy to be able to get out. But what can be done to ensure that this part of the population, which is not yet being vaccinated, will not spread this among themselves or to the adults in their lives?
Well, for one, this IATF guidelines, we were guided by the health experts. No, we sought the point of view of different experts in the field, pediatricians, etc., and they guided the IATF principles here. For one, it's alfresco, and they told us that at least if it's alfresco, the virus will not be that transmissible because of the air. And I would like to emphasize, Ria, that what is important really are the minimum health protocols. Mask is very important. Of course, washing of the hands, and the third factor, the third element, which is social distancing, is very important. That is why the mayors, no, because since this is the first time, people might tend to overcrowd, no. So right now, I'm just asking people who's watching, please, kung medyo marami ng tao, umiwas na po tayo, no? That what we will ask is probably for certain parks to list the capacity to have marshals in these areas, and even private areas where they have open spaces to help government and even to help people by having marshals there, no? So these are the things that should be emphasized: minimum health protocols.
Okay, sir, I also want to talk about the vaccine rollout in Metro Manila. How is that going? And do cities in Metro Manila have enough vaccines as of now?
Well, I was made to believe that the Gamaleya Sputnik arrived the other day. Uh, I know that we're more or less about 15 million jobs. No, in Metro Manila, what I got is the data from July 5, it's about 14.6 million jobs for Metro Manila. And sometimes we're hitting 200,000 jobs a day, sometimes 170,000 depending on the supply. But Ria, let's make it at about 114 jobs a day, just 114. So for the month of July, if it's 114 jobs, that's about, multiply that by 30 days, or let's just make it 107. Because that has been the average for the last 7 days in July 5. So that will total about 3.2 million for July. So 3.2 million July, August, September. By the end of September, you'll be having 9.6 million jobs. And then you add what has been vaccinated of about 5 million. that's about 14.6 million. So by the end of September, our projection is we will be having 14.6 million jobs. The population of Metro Manila is 14 million. One half of that is 7 million. So with these 14.6 million jobs, you will be having a majority of Metro Manilans with at least 2 jobs. I would like to repeat that as of now, what we have, it's not 14 million, but 5 million jobs. So let's add 9.6 million jobs. What is this 9.6? It's 107,000 everyday jobs for 3 months, July, August, September. So our projections is by the end of September, we will be having at least population protection. Majority of Metro Manilans will have 2 doses.
All right, that is
2 jobs.
that is good to hear, sir. And on a slightly different topic, of course, we have kids allowed out now, so we might expect an increase in traffic. On top of that, today is the first day of toll collection on Skyway 3, and traffic is expected to increase. What are the measures in place for motorists taking the Mabuhay lanes?
Okay, what we did is what our projections is those taking the Skyway is about 100,000 every day, more or less on the average. I'm talking of the connecting road between North Express to South. So, and 80% of them have RFID. Now, let's just take 20%. The 20% wouldn't pay and they will instead go through EDSA. So that's additional 20,000 volume, and that's huge for EDSA. That is why we're requesting everyone to please use the other routes, which is the Mabuhay lane. If you're going through the north, going to, let's say, Makati or Pasay, you could turn right at the West Avenue, and there are already instructions that will let you pass through Quezon City and then parts of San Juan, part of Mandaluyong, going through Makati, and then eventually Pasay. No, there will be instructions there, a lot of routes. But what is important here is I would like also to inform the viewers, we also have bridges, like the Santa Monica Bridge. Santa Monica Bridge is a bridge connecting Pasig and part of Makati. Those coming from that area of, let's say, Ortigas or Pasig, just pass through this bridge and then you will be in Kalayaan. And I think about 2 more months, they might complete this BGC bridge from Pasig direct to BGC. On the other hand, I think it will be 1 month from now or 2 months from now. It is now again the other side of Guadalupe, which is the Mandaluyong and Makati Bridge, or otherwise known as the Estrella Bridge. So people should be aware of these new constructions so that we could use them, and even the Mabuhay routes.
Yeah, avoid EDSA if and when you can. Thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it, sir. That was MMDA Chairman Benhur Abalos.